Snake plant is one of the easiest houseplants to grow for beginners. These tropical flowering plants are native to West Africa and Southern Asia. They were formerly classified under Sansevieria, but are now included in the genus Dracaena. Other common names of snake plants are mother-in-law's tongue, devil's tongue, and snake tongue. Hardy in USDA zones 9 to 11, these plants can be grown outdoors as an evergreen perennial. It tolerates a range of growing conditions, from full sun to partial shade, and is easy to grow in most soil conditions, as long as it's not overwatered. In colder zones, they make perfect houseplants as they can easily adapt and thrive in low-light conditions. Snake plants come in an assortment of cultivars and are mainly grown for their unique and interesting foliage. Some of the most common cultivars are Dracaena trifasciata, which has a rosette of 5 or more stiff, sword-like leaves that are banded horizontally and striped with yellow or pale green borders. Dracaena cylindrica has a rosette of 3 to 4 cylindrical and stiff, fleshy, green leaves with pale horizontal bands. Dracaena masoniana, also known as whale fin, has a rosette of large and wide leaves that resemble the fin of a whale. To grow snake plant indoors, choose a wide, shallow pot that has 2 or more drainage holes. The diameter of the container should be double the size of the root ball. Clay or terracotta pots work best as they will wick away excess moisture, allowing the soil to dry out more quickly. Use a well-draining soil such as cacti and succulent potting mix. Or you can also create your own soil by combining 2 parts perlite with 1 part garden soil to improve drainage. Snake plants prefer bright, indirect sunlight, however, they can easily adapt to different light conditions indoors. These plants tend to grow slowly when placed in low light conditions. Avoid transferring snake plants from low light to direct sunlight too quickly, as it will burn the leaves and shock the plants. Snake plants do not like to be overwatered, so make sure to let the soil dry out between waterings. If you're not sure when to water, do the test by carefully sticking a finger in the soil to about an inch deep, and if it feels dry to touch, then it's time to water. Water less during winter when the plant is dormant. Snake plants do not require heavy fertilization. Feed them once during the growing season in mid-summer. Use a balanced, slow-release fertilizer with half of the recommended strength. Prune snake plant by cutting off damaged leaves using a sterile garden knife. Pruning should only be done during the growing season to encourage new growth. Pruning in winter can cause stress to the plant. The broad leaves of snake plants tend to collect dust. Carefully wipe the front and back of each leaf with a damp cloth. Snake plants are easy to propagate, which can be done either by division or by leaf cuttings. They naturally spread by way of its creeping rhizomes. Use a sterile garden knife to remove the offshoots or pups and make sure to keep the roots intact. Use a clean pot and fresh cactus potting mix to replant each offshoot. To propagate by leaf cuttings, remove a long, healthy leaf at its base using a sterile garden knife. Place the cut end of the leaf in a clean jar with water. Place the jar in a location that gets bright, indirect sunlight. Change the water once a week to prevent bacterial growth. Roots develop in about 1 to 3 months. And when roots reach 1 inch long, plant the cutting in fresh cactus potting mix. Snake plants are susceptible to pests such as spider mites, aphids, and mealybugs. These can be removed with gentle spray of water or just by wiping them away. Snake plants are toxic when ingested. Keep these plants away from children and pets. Consider snake plants in your houseplant collection. They are very easy to grow, and they also help purify the air. They can also live for decades when given the proper care. Thank you for watching.